Mock Audit, brought to you by First Advantage Consulting Firm, LLC. We are committed to your company's goals and needs. What do you stand for? How do you want the company to run? What are your objectives, your mission, your vision? Every company needs to start with a vision and a plan to make that vision a reality. At First Advantage Consulting Firm, our vision is to assure our clients have zero issues with the U.S. Department of Labor OFCCP. Our expertise is affirmative action. The commitment to affirmative action must be from the top of the organization to the bottom. But even the best laid plans can hide fatal flaws if you don't pay close attention to the details. Once your company enters into a contractual agreement with the federal government, it is your responsibility to establish and maintain an affirmative action program. This is a daunting task for even the most seasoned HR professionals. At First Advantage Consulting Firm, we have a team of former compliance officers with over 100 years' experience that can handle this task for you. In 2000, news agencies around the globe were reporting that the Coca-Cola Company paid $192.5 million to settle a racial discrimination suit. The suit claimed Coca-Cola discriminated against black salaried employees in pay, promotions, and evaluations. This not only is a financial burden for any company, it will stain your reputation and good name. In 2011, the U.S. Department of Labor announced that Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated, the second largest bottler of Coke products in the United States, paid $495,000 to settle a discrimination case brought against them by OFCCP. An audit in 2002 uncovered evidence that 95 African American and Hispanic job seekers were rejected for sales positions. All of those soda sales to soldiers makes Coke Consolidated subject to periodic audits. In 2011, Pepsi Beverages Company agreed to pay $3.1 million to settle federal charges of race discrimination for using criminal background checks to screen out job applicants, even if they weren't convicted of a crime. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission said that the company's policy of not hiring workers with arrest records disproportionately excluded more than 300 black applicants. OFCCP wants to find discrimination. That is their goal. They look to see if background checks are used as potential discrimination in the screening process. This will open the door for other screening areas to be examined. No company, no matter what size, is immune from fines and/or lawsuits. These are just a few of the companies that had to pay monetary remedies because they chose not to think things through. Each year, OFCCP recovers millions of dollars for the American worker. According to the Center for Corporate Equity, in 2007, OFCCP collected almost $52 million in back pay. The monetary settlement is not the entire financial burden. Years of litigation equals hours of attorney fees and years of scrutiny looming over the company. The Coke investigation started in 2002 and finally reached settlement in 2010. All of this could have been prevented. How, you might ask? It's very simple. A mock audit by former OFCCP auditors to uncover potential problems and address them. Then, implement the recommended changes, steps, and solutions, and monitor these changes. An ounce of prevention before submitting their AAP to be audited would have saved these companies not only money, time, and aggravation, but their good name and reputation as well. How much money can your company afford to pay out to settle a class action lawsuit for discrimination? OFCCP believes that every company is discriminating until proven otherwise. Why? OFCCP justifies its existence by the number of financial violations and remedies it can find. Some companies actually have discretionary funds just for this purpose. Can you afford it? A mock OFCCP desk audit is less than $1,000. How can you not justify this expense? You install an alarm system before a burglary to protect your assets, whether or not a robbery occurs. The protection of an alarm system is far more cost-effective than a robbery, and there's peace of mind that comes along with that. Well, the same reasoning applies here. Protect your company's assets with a mock audit. Do you want to see your name in headlines like these? The money from these monetary remedies comes from the company's profits and bottom line. Do you want OFCCP biting into your bottom line and recovering any money from you? What steps can you take to make sure your policies and procedures will meet OFCCP's scrutiny? Red flags need to be diffused. Why did Green Bay Dressed Beef, ThyssenKrupp, Alcoa Mill Products, Meyer Tools, Tyson Meats, and AstraZeneca submit their AAP to be audited with red flags? Would you tell a cop that you've been driving drunk and speeding for the past 40 miles? So why submit an AAP with red flags? It's the same difference. Why alert the government that you have issues? Finding the cause of an issue and implementing solutions and strategies to resolve the issue is key to preventing violations. First Advantage Consulting Firm has over 100 years combined experience conducting audits. Seasoned compliance officers are trained to see the potential issues of discrimination. First Advantage Consulting Firm can use this knowledge to prevent costly oversights. There is a reason doctors monitor their patients' health. If you want to ensure the health of your company, you need to be vigilant in monitoring your company. Do not assume you are in healthy compliance just because you have established policies and procedures. Showing a good faith effort to comply with the stated regulations is an easy A rating in your audit. First Advantage Consulting Firm can monitor your company's health, and this will be far more cost-effective than rolling the dice. First Advantage Consulting Firm's core competency is affirmative action and equal opportunity. Your company's core competency is what you need to focus on. Let us review policies and procedures through a mock desk audit. Let us then train your managers and employees on all aspects of affirmative action and equal opportunity. You have enough to worry about. So when do you want to have a mock audit? Definitely before a scheduling letter is received. You want to make sure that if there are any issues, there's time to repair the problem. These are just a few of the areas that OFCCP will be scrutinizing during your audit. Mock audits need to be done annually to give managers a report on how they're doing in their departments. If red flags are uncovered, then First Advantage Consulting Firm will make recommendations that you need to address. We will monitor the issues to make sure that the recommendations have been addressed properly and that there is no underlying issue. A mock audit takes from 8 to 20 or more hours, depending on the size of the company and the issues uncovered. It's like a physical exam every year to keep issues in check and for your company's well-being. Don't assume that you must provide everything OFCCP asks for just because they're the government. Consider checking with a consulting company or a law firm that has former OFCCP compliance officers among their staff who are trained in what is required and acceptable. OFCCP cannot ask for more data than the original reporting period. Now, the longer a case is open, the more likelihood they are digging to find fault with your company. The goal is to have your case closed within 60 days. This is a good example why you need to outsource to First Advantage Consulting Firm. You don't want them asking for data they're not entitled to. We are trained to know what to submit. We are here to protect your interest. This is our primary goal. Policies and procedures need to be in position that are not discriminatory in the first place. Simply writing a policy is not enough. It needs to be adhered to. OFCCP does look deeper than what's stated on a piece of paper. There must be policies and procedures for all aspects within your business. This means how you handle pay raises, performance, complaints, religious observances, layoffs, terminations, transfers, promotions, recruiting, hiring, and compliance with regulatory restrictions. Paperwork is vital in justifying personnel actions, hires, promotions, transfers, and terminations. Paperwork is evidence that can be used in any investigation to support your position. A consultant who has your best interest in the forefront can explain the essentials of paperwork and how to train your management and supervisory support team. A mock audit and periodic policy reviews are just a couple of the ways to uncover red flags that may be hiding in your AAP. Uncovered issues need a keen mind to find solutions for success. Are there any obstacles to setting the issue right? Only a trained specialist who has practiced in seeing how remedies are put in place can be of assistance. Now, would you rather pay millions as a result of audit violations? Or a much smaller amount now to avoid violations? Remember, a mock desk OFCCP audit with recommendations is less than $1,000. So why would you not want this service? You would install an alarm system to protect your assets. Well, First Advantage Consulting Firm's mock desk audit not only protects your assets and your good name, but gives you peace of mind. There is a reason doctors monitor their patients' health. If you want to ensure the health of your company, you need to be vigilant in monitoring your company. Do not assume you are in healthy compliance just because you have established policies and procedures. Showing a good faith effort to comply with the stated regulations is an easy A rating in your audit. First Advantage Consulting Firm can monitor your company's health, and this will be far more cost-effective than rolling the dice. If you have any questions, contact us at 800-698-1084 or email us at contact@firstadvantageconsultingfirm.com. You can also visit our website at www.firstadvantageconsultingfirm.com. We will be glad to set up a face-to-face meeting to discuss your company's needs and put together a tailor-made solution to meet your company's needs and avoid costly legal penalties. First Advantage Consulting Firm will review your company to make sure that there is nothing OFCCP can fault you with.